Niger. Are the headline for some more of the trending stories. Arsenal maintains a title chase with tough London derby win. Rangers International rise to the top of the MPFL with a win over Nasser United. Abuja set to host third National Power Games. More of these in the news. I am Banky O. Arsenal scored from two trademark corners to beat 10-man Chelsea at the Emirates Stadium and regain their 5-point lead at the top of the Premier League table. Manchester City had hit pressure on the Gunners by cutting their lead to 2 points with a victory at Elland Road on Saturday. But after a cagey start with few chances, Arsenal opened the scoring from a corner in the 21st minute. Centre-back Gabriel Magalhaes headed Bukayo Saka's corner back across goal to his defensive partner William Saliba, whose header struck Mamadou Sarr on the arm before going into the net. Chelsea grew into the match after going behind and threatened with their own set pieces, scoring from a corner themselves just before halftime after Pierre Nkapie flicked Reece James' delivery into his own net. Chelsea started the second half better than their host, creating a nervy atmosphere inside the Emirates Stadium before Julian Timber headed in Declan Rice's corner for their 16th from a corner this season. In Spain, Lamine Yamal scored a landmark first hat-trick of his career as Barcelona beat Villarreal 4-1 to ensure they would stay top of the La Liga. The 18-year-old put the home side in control at halftime by scoring twice in 9 minutes, both from Fermin Lopez's assist. Villarreal then pulled a goal back through Senegal midfielder Papi Gueye, and the visitors spawned a great chance to equalize. But Lamine Yamal struck again before substitute Robert Lewandowski made a 4-1 in stoppage time to send Barcelona 4-point clear of Real Madrid, who was at Hafe on Monday. Lamine Yamal's feat at the age of 18 years to 130 days made him the youngest player to hit a first treble in La Liga this century. Paris Saint-Germain straight their lead at the top of the Ligue 1 to 4 points by claiming a narrow win at Le Havre. The defending champions are hoping to take advantage after second-place Lens drew at Strasbourg on Friday, and Bradley Barcola gave them a deserved lead shortly before halftime. PSG had chances to extend their lead, and substitute Desiree Doué had a late penalty saved by Le Havre goalkeeper Maurice Dow. Lee Kan-hai had an effort saved by Dow before its right wing cross was headed home by Bakola for his ninth goal of the season. In Germany, Hurricanes scored two second-half goals as Bayern Munich came from behind to beat Borussia Dortmund in a thrilling match and move 11-point clear at the top of the Bundesliga. The England striker took his tally to 45 goals in all competitions this season as Bayern became the first team to inflict a home league defeat on Dortmund. Kane, who passed the 500 career goals this month, scored twice in 16 minutes to put Bayern ahead after Nico Schlotterbeck's opener. Dortmund thought they had snatched a point when Daniel Vincent's thumping volley sent Signal Iduna Park into pandemonium, but that was until Joshua Kimmich struck 3 minutes from time kept Bayern in pole position to win a 14th title in 15 seasons. The president of the Football World Governing Body FIFA, Gianni Infantino, says players who cover their mouth when speaking to opponents during confrontations should be sent off. Infantino said he thought referees should work from a presumption that players have said something they shouldn't have. He was speaking less than 2 weeks after Benfica winger Gianluca Prestiani raised his shirt over his mouth while speaking to Real Madrid's Vinicius Junior during a Champions League game. The Argentina international has been given a provisional one-match ban by UEFA for alleged use of racist language, which he denies. The ban was imposed pending the result of a full investigation by an ethics and disciplinary inspector, and Prestiani could be punished further once the investigation is completed. Back home, Rangers International Football Club of Enugu on Sunday at the Nnamdi Ezekwe Stadium defeated visiting Arsenal United by 2 goals to nothing to top the league table with 47 points. Striker Gordon Obaje opened the scoring for Rangers at the Cathedral on the 20th minute of the first half, while the second goal came through captain Chidi Ebere Nwobodo on the 20th minute of the game. The second half saw both Rangers trying to put in goals, but to no avail as the second half ended goalless, with Rangers already ahead with 2 goals, with Rangers already ahead with 2 goals, and now topping the Nigerian Premier Football League table. For other games, Alex Owe Layefa delivered a sensational performance, netting a hat-trick in the 15th, 27th and 59th minute to power bend the insurance to the standing victory over Ikorodu City. Wisdom Udom added his name to the score sheet in the 24th minute to complete a dominant first-half display and seal all 3 points for the Benin Arsenal. Barca United edged the South Derby, cut with 13th minute own goal by Tempu Emekai, which proved decisive against Rivers United by winning 1 goal to nothing. For Remo Stars, Aruna had it struck twice in quick succession in the 60th and 62nd minute to hand Remo Stars a convincing 2-0 victory over Casino United. For neither Tornadoes and Warri Wolves, they shared the spoils in a goalless encounter with both sides unable to find a breakthrough despite several chances for Sadiq Ibrahim in Ibadan. Yes, he gave the Shooting Stars the lead in the 30th minute before Kabao Adegoke extended the advantage in the 63rd minute in the game against Kano Pillars. Mustafa Jibrin put one back for Kano Pillars in the 79th minute, but was not enough for the same as to get side to prevent them from getting beaten. In Abba, James Ekebuike stunned the home fans when he fired Kunklifat and in the 30th minute, Amber pushed for a response and were rewarded late on through Ekene Awaze, who struck in the 85th minute to salvage a point for the People's Elephant. The Lioness of Cameroon scored the last gasp winner to claim a 1-0 victory over the Super Falcons of Nigeria in the friendly match at Yaoundé. The first of a doubleheader between two giants of female football in Africa was decided by taking Mbomezoma Vanna strike. Head coach Jose Madigu started Comfort Eabo in goal while Monday Gift led the line in attack as the 10th time WAFCON winners begin preparation to defend their title. It is the first defeat since June 2025 for the Super Falcons, who have the opportunity for revenge in the game on Tuesday. In other sports, Nigeria's athletics season shifting to full gear today as the Athletic Federation of Nigeria (FN) launches its maiden Golden League series in Benin City. The two-day competition scheduled for 2nd and 3rd of March at the Samuel Gumudia Stadium is officially listed on the World Athletics calendar, underlining its significance on both the domestic and international stage. The initiative marks a major step in the Federation's renewed technical direction under AFN Technical Director Gabriel Okan. A total of 412 athletes have registered to compete in 28 events across men's and women's categories, setting the stage for an intense and competitive season opener. National team athletes currently in camp in Asaba are also expected to use the meet to assess to confirm their preparation and gauge performance level ahead of the demanding international calendar. Competition begins this morning with women's 5,000 meters opening proceedings. Abuja is set to host the third National Para Games from the 26th of March to the 3rd of April in what is viewed as the country's largest and most prestigious parasports competition. More than 3,000 athletes representing the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory are expected to compete in 15 sports over 9 days of competition. The event will celebrate athletics excellence, resilience, and inclusion while providing the national stage for athletes living with disabilities to demonstrate their talent. Organized by the National Sport Commission, the Games have evolved into key fixture on Nigeria's sporting calendar. The 2026 edition is projected to surpass previous installments in both scale and organization, with participation confirmed from every state and the Federal Capital Territory. In the NBA, Los Angeles Lakers defeated Sacramento Kings 128 to 104 points. Los Angeles Clippers were 20 points better than New Orleans Pelicans, so it was 137 to 117 points. For Oklahoma City Thunder, they went to Dallas Mavericks and destroyed everywhere, recorded 100 points to 87 for Dallas Mavericks. So for Boston Celtics, they were comfortable at home and they defeated Philadelphia 76ers 114 to 98 points. For Orlando Magic, they couldn't control any kind of magic in their game. No surprise, they were beaten by Detroit Pistons 106 to 96 points. But for Atlanta Hawks, they went bonkers against Portland Trail Blazers, defeated them with 34 points. It ended 135 to 101 points. And finally, this morning, Kenya's Bridget Kosgei set a new course record with a commanding victory at the Tokyo Marathon. The 32-year-old finished in 2 hours 14 minutes 29 seconds, more than 2 minutes ahead of Ethiopia's Batukan Wede, who was second in 2 hours 16 minutes and 36 seconds. Wede's Ethiopian compatriot Harvey Fisa came third in 2 hours 17 minutes and 39 seconds. Kosgei won marathon silver for Kenya at the Tokyo Olympics in 2021 is planning to represent Turkey at the 2028 Los Angeles Games. In the men's race, Ethiopia's Tadesse Takele defended his title in a thrilling sprint finish with Kenyan duo of Geoffrey Toroitich and Alexander Mutiso Muyao. Takele clocked 2 hours 3 minutes 37 seconds, which was the same official time as second place Toroitich, with Muyao finishing just 1 second further back in third. That's all we have in the news. Talking points next.
Gịnị ka eji ama onye bụ ezi onye isi n'egwuregwu? Ọ na ịbụ onye mbụbụ ụzọ bido ka ọ bụ onye na-ezi otu esi eme ya mgbe ọbụla ruo ihe karịrị afọ iri? Bet Naija na-ebute ụzọ na-egosi otu esi eme ya site na ndị na-agbanwe egwuregwu dịka Bet Builder, Bet Freeze, Wall Up, Bet Boom tinyere ọtụ kacha elu n'ihe egwuregwu karịrị 300,000 naira, narị puku atọ. Ị na-egwu ya naanị iji ime onwe gị obi aṅụrị. Ị na-egwu ya iji rite nnukwu ego. Ọ bụghị maka ndị na-erube afọ 18. Bet Naija.
Alright, so last night, Arsenal maintained their lead on top of the Premier League table with a heavy victory at the Emirates Stadium. It was corners that decided the game yesterday, both for Chelsea and also for Arsenal. Arsenal with 2 goals, beating Chelsea 2 goals to 1, beating them for the third time this season in 4 matches. Yes, they knocked Chelsea out of the Carabao Cup also in the semi-finals, beating them home and away. And yesterday we had goals coming from William Saliba, then Pierre Nkapie scored in favor of Chelsea and Ongo just before the end of the first half, and against the run of play when Chelsea were dominant in the second half at the Emirates Stadium, Julian Timber got the victory for Arsenal. Then there was a red card that went to Pedro Neto, and you also saw Ganacho was close to equalizing for Chelsea, if not for the heroics of David Raya. The game ended 2-1 in favor of Arsenal. They are 5 points ahead of Manchester City as they go into the games on Wednesday. This is the field at the Emirates Stadium when Arsenal defeated Chelsea 2-1 in North London.
It's deep. It's back across, and it's in. First corner, and it brings reward for the league leaders. William Saliba. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. It's another headed goal conceded by the Blues this season. And it comes off the post flick. And we'll go again. Raya pushes it away. And it comes again. Oh, 1-1! Done them at their own game. In first half stoppage time. Reece James's delivery. Declan Rice has almost scored an own goal, and we think Nkapie now has. All square. And it is there again. And the flick was there again. I think it was João Pedro with the header. Pedro Neto here. Quiet game from him so far. First time from James. Great ball! Oh, what a ball from the captain that is. Timber's there, and the ball's in the net again. It's another set piece. It's another goal. It's another melee. Arsenal lead again. It's Brazil against Portugal here. And Brazil has done very well. Pedro Neto's been booked. Pedro Neto's been booked. He's off. You can't go to ground. You've got to let him run. A 9th red card for Chelsea this season. Garnacho bends one in. Nearly all the way in. One of those ones that the keeper has to wait for in case there's a touch. It's very straight. Tosic's flicked it. João Pedro! Where's that going? No.
Oh boy.
Offside. My goodness.
Oh boy. Just imagine fans at the Emirates Stadium yesterday watching Chelsea trying to come back despite being a man down in that game. And for Arsenal fans, yes, they saw their team to victory yesterday 2-1. Wasn't impressive performance. Wasn't an impressive performance from Arsenal. A lot of their top players didn't come to the party in yesterday's game, but 3 points is what matters right now. If they can win that way, win the next 9 matches that way, including going to the Etihad Stadium to pick off 3 points against Manchester City, they try to. Your trophy will be theirs, because if you also watch the game between Manchester City against Leeds United, Man City didn't play well in that game, but they were able to win through that one goal scored by Semenyo in the second half of that match. Let's hear from the actors in the game against Chelsea. William Saliba and the Julian Timber talked about that victory against Chelsea.
Not an easy game against a top team. Like we shouldn't not concede the goal before the half time, but we did well the second half to score in set pieces with a beautiful goal of JT. And now we have to keep it going, and we are so happy to win today in front of our fans. Yeah, it's really good, especially after a good win like this. So yeah,
I think that's the most important thing. But at the same time, I think we deserve to win this game. First off, we don't get much away, and we go to the dressing room with 1-1, which is a bit of a shame, but I think we finish it off second half, which is tough. Yeah, it's both sides. It's just, it became an important part of the game. I think it's always been, but now teams are focusing on it more, which is interesting, but I think it's in our advantage. Today we came out well, and I think overall we played a good game, and we can be proud of ourselves. We take 3 points, and then important game on Wednesday again.
All right, for Arteta, yes, he talked about David Raya, who made fantastic saves in that game. In fact, The reason they got a win in that game was because of David Raya made some stunning saves as against the performance of Sanchez in between the stick. It was G3 Arturo trying to pass from the behind for Chelsea and putting them under a lot of pressure, especially in the first half. But let's hear Arteta's comment on Raya. Then he also spoke about the 3 point yesterday.
Doubt, and he's a keeper that knows how to maintain his focus and decide a football match when you need him, because sometimes he doesn't participate at all, and then in one action you have to be there, and that's very, very difficult to do. And the save that he made in the last action, it's a cross, it's not a shot, but he ended up being an unbelievable shot, and I got the right angle. I was just, my heart almost stopped, but David's hand was there to get it back to life.
All right, I think Ateta, we need to speak to his boys. They were under immense. You could feel the pressure. You could run a knife through that pressure for the Arsenal players yesterday. They were jittery. They were laid back in like 6-7 minutes to the end of the game. They are playing. I think the fact that Man City plays ahead of them and cuts the gap to 2 points before they play has been affecting their mentality and their energy. But now they've won 2 games against the two tough London sides, beating Tottenham 4-1 and once again beating Chelsea 2-1. This is Arteta talking about that victory.
I'm very happy. For big periods, I think the team performed in an excellent way. I think the margin should have been bigger at halftime. The way we conceded the goal, and the moment especially we conceded, it was painful, but as well as the quality of Chelsea, the players, and what they can deliver. So after scoring the 2-1, we had another big chance with Epps, and then the red card, and after that we should have managed that situation better. But we can talk about that tomorrow. They are uncomfortable because they have so much quality, and even when they use the keeper, they can get out of this situation with 10 man. We didn't adjust things well, and sometimes that happens. You take things for granted. We didn't play like we played the other action, especially when we had the opportunities to do so. So something to do. Yeah.
All right, for results in the Premier League, AFC Bournemouth and Sunderland played a 1-1 draw. Burnley were beaten by Brentford 4-3. We thought it would have been a 4-4 game, and Burnley picking up a point in that game, but then the last goal was ruled out by the VAR for a handball. Liverpool triumphed by West Ham United 5-2. Newcastle United were humiliated. They were beaten by Everton at the St James Park 3-2. Leeds United lost at Elland Road to Manchester City 1-0. And all the games they played on Sunday ended 2-1, with starting from Brighton defeating Nottingham Forest 2-1. Fulham, led by Alex Iwobi, scoring that fantastic goal of the season contender in the 34th minute for them after Wilson gave them the lead against Tottenham in the 7th minute, and Richarlison reducing the tally, but then they couldn't get a draw in that game. Fulham defeated Tottenham 2-1. Benjamin Sesko scored a winning goal for Manchester United against Crystal Palace. It ended 2-1. In fact, Crystal Palace got the first goal of the game to Maxime Lacroix in the 4th minute. He got sent off in the 56th minute. The controversial red card accompanied that penalty, with Bruno Fernandes completed and scored in the 57th minute before a teaser, a very beautiful cross from Bruno Fernandes, and Benjamin Sesko scoring a world-class goal in the 65th minute to give them a 2-1 win over Crystal Palace. And for Arsenal, defeated Chelsea 2-1. Let's hear from the coach of Manchester United. Manchester United are currently the 3rd position in the Premier League and trying to cement and lock down that Champions League sport. This is Michael Carrick, who's made a huge impact for Manchester United since becoming their coach.
It was like a big result, obviously. We were behind. We had to show some character. Then I think in the second half we were a little bit more brave with the ball and also with the pressing. In the first half we couldn't find many spaces. They were defending very well, even in the wide areas, because we didn't have many runs in behind, so they could manage very well that, and we're a little bit slow with the ball. But obviously it's a very important win, and now 3 points, and that's the aim. No, he was just waiting just to understand if it was a red card, because he told me straight away that the penalty was confirmed, but they had to see the red card. Obviously we know that the red card, when it's like a push or a pull, and intention to go for the ball, is a red card, because it was last man, but he was trying to understand if Mateus was in control of the ball or not. No, obviously I work with him.
In Spain, Barcelona extended their gap, their lead on top of the Spanish La Liga to 4 points, with Lamine Yamal scoring a hat-trick, 4-1 it ended. Rafa Vallecano and Athletic Club played a 1-1 draw. Mallorca were beaten by Real Sociedad 1-0 at home. Atletico Madrid went to Real Oviedo, got all 3 points in that game, with Julian Alvarez scoring the winning goal for them. And for the game against the game between Elche and Espanyol ended in a 2-2 draw. Espanyol getting a red card in that game. Valencia defeated Osasuna 1-0. Real Betis and Sevilla played a 2-2 draw. A crazy game. It was Real Betis with 2 first half goals. One from Anthony, an overhead kick, and Alvaro Fidaga in 37th minute. Alexis Sanchez got one back in the 62nd minute before Isaac Romero got an equalizer for Sevilla, and in a 2-2 draw. Girona lost at home to Celta Vigo 2-1, and for Barcelona 4 points, waiting for Real Madrid to play their game, and the first ever hat-trick for Lamine Yamal in that game. A spectacular second goal for the young 18-year-old superstar. This is Hansi Flick talking about yesterday's win. Hansi Flick talking about Saturday's win for Barcelona, winning 4-1 in their game.
To see how we played and you know, at the end it's also like this have to give us the confidence also for Tuesday. Yes, of course, but at the end it's the whole team. You know, Lamine, okay, he's exceptional and he's there for make the people also happy, but also the team. Everyone today played a fantastic game. So we play as a unit, and this is what I want to see. You know, this is against the ball. We also, when we lose the ball, we are directly there. So for me, and also Fermin made a fantastic game, also against the ball, and this as a number 10 we need also in the game.
And Bundesliga, Bayer Leverkusen and Mainz 05 played a 1-1 draw. Borussia Mönchengladbach defeated Union Berlin 1-0 in Germany. Hoffenheim lost at home to St. Pauli. Werder Bremen defeated FC Eindhoven 2-0. And for the other results also recorded in Germany, we had the game between VfB Stuttgart and Wolfsburg was one-sided. VfB Stuttgart tore them apart 4-0, and Freiburg went to Eintracht Frankfurt and were humiliated 2-0. Hamburger SV lost at home to RB Leipzig 2-1 in the Bundesliga. Bayern Munich leading with 11 points. In Italy, we saw a sweet win for fantastic performance for Como. They defeated Lecce 3-1. Hellas Verona lost at home to Napoli 2-1. Inter Milan defeated Genoa 2-0. In that game, DiMarco and Akan Şanoglu both on the score sheet for Inter Milan, winning 2-0 for AC Milan. In their own game, they were competitive. They defeated Cremonese 2-0. Sassuolo defeated Atalanta despite picking up a red card 2-1. Torino defeated Lazio 2-0. AS Roma and Juventus gave us a lot of chills and drama. The game ended in a 3-3 draw. Yes, for PSG, after getting their tie, after getting notified by UEFA that they're going to take on Chelsea in the Champions League, they defeated Le Havre 1-0 to go top. AS Monaco defeated Angers 2-0. Rennes won their game against Toulouse 1-0. And for other teams against in the French league, for Olympique Marseille, they won against Olympique Lyon 3-2. We had goals in that game from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who won the game for Marseille, scoring twice in the 81st and 91st minute to give them massive 3 points. Metz were beaten by Brest 1-0. Lorient and Auxerre played a 2-2 draw. Lille defeated Nantes 1-0. And for Paris FC, they won their game against Nice 1-0. Right, congratulations to Rangers. They are on top of the Nigerian Premier Football League, 47 points after 28 matches. Rivers United are just behind them with 46 points after 25 matches, meaning that they have 3 more games to play and they can reclaim top position. Ikorodu City were heavily beaten. They entered with 45 points after 28 matches. Down the table, Remo Stars picked up a win, so they leapfrog Kun Khalifat. They have 30 points from 28 matches. Kun Khalifa with 29 from 27 matches. Canopilas after their game. They after getting beaten this weekend, they have 32 points from 28 matches in the 18th position. 0916005945, 0916004945. Those are the numbers to call. Super Falcons lost to Cameroon, 1 goal to nothing. They play the return leg tomorrow. Good morning to you.
Hello, thank you.
Uzi, how far now? Are you there?
Hi, my brother.
Yeah, just fine this morning. You're so fine. You just they marry your wife anyhow. Just not your wife now,
The situation authority in a way that now, mind you, have become the supporters of Arsenal because they wanted Arsenal to beat Chelsea so that they were glad and their players were outside. And every time Chelsea is playing, they will be saying that any team that is avenged will beat them so that they will come up. So they do have some in a different way, unlike before. And I'm suspecting that all those Chelsea players should go for track and field Olympic because they have strength. Those people, they have some strength. They can run the field 100 times without even drinking water because they get image. And another thing I discovered with the Chelsea, they are better when they are 10 players than when they are 11.
Thank you very much, Uzoma. Thank you, you made your point. Thank you very much. Yeah, maybe that's true. 0916005945, 0916004945. Good morning to you. Hello? Yes, your name and location.
Bishop from Principal.
Go ahead, Bishop.
First of all, congratulations to Arsenal. I know they will beat them because they have been doing that. In fact, I predicted it. They did it. Even though their own way, that is the effective way. Then, congrats to Man U for that best half banking, that best half was, to be honest, that best half, no. I was like, if Man should come to second half and play like this, we are not even going to score. But
See, in fact, that red card was a big advantage for Man U. It could have been a draw. I was seeing a draw in the game.
Yeah, to put it that way, but the second half, they step up.
Yeah.
And that's why they even got the red card.
I'm telling you.
Before that particular red card, there was an incident on Gremo. If you Gremo to have fought, you can give him a clear light. What I mean is that's called the step up to attack. Unlike the best half, was all about the star palace. They were playing like they are prime Barcelona. And Man is playing at home. Understand? I was very angry.
Thank you very much, Bishop. You've made your point. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. 0916005945, 0916004945. Congratulations to Manchester United. They are in imperious form right now, the most informed team in England. And yes, you also have a team that is single win in the Premier League this year, and that's Tottenham. Good morning to you. My guy, how far now? Good morning to you. Go ahead, my friend. King of Man U. Hey, Jesus. The Queen of Man U, she did song at the flares. She did flares.
Okay, you don't hear that. Lady Man, I congratulate and I'm happy that Rangers has moved to third place.
Yes.
I'm happy. And even my second club has listed that mark making. They did a 2-1. And my local club, Rangers International, they have climbed now. Never, no backward never. I'm happy. All my clubs, they win their matches.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you. More peace to your elbow.
Thank you. All right, also, I have to say that Victor Osimhen scored once and assisted in Galatasaray's win over Allianz Boy as he scored in the 83rd minute after assisting Lucas Torreira for the first goal of the game. It was Sacha Boyd that scored in the 47th minute of the first half. Then Steve Mounier got one back for Alliance Sport before Osimhen turned it upon his head. Assisted Lucas Torreira in the 58th minute and scored his own goal in the 83rd minute. That wasn't what caught the attention of everyone. It was when he handed over the captainship band to Ukai Gondwa and wore it for him as a sign of respect and a leader in the team. And yes, a lot of people talked about the humility of Victor Osimhen. 09162059545 on WhatsApp. The only black man from Go says Red Card FC have done it again. That's the record they want to break. The indiscipline in getting higher at Chelsea. The discipline is getting higher at Chelsea. For Rangers International, kudos to them. Notice they have more work to be done. Of Chelsea, of Rangers, of Open Sport. Yes, you continue to work until the end of the season. Banky, I prefer Arsenal to win the league than Man City winning it. For my club, Aimba, I think former club chairman Felix Ayasiago should be brought back if they want the club to be what they used to be before. I am Radio Ambassador Kingsley Okemiri. Upon Avenue is my Jerusalem. Good morning, Banky all. 09162005945, 09162004945. Those are the numbers to call to interact with us this morning. Open Sport is proudly sponsored by Bet Niger. Good morning to you. Hello? Hello? All right, 09162005945, 09162004945. We have some matches for today. Barao FC will take on Plateau United by 3:30. Real Madrid will get into action mode against Getafe when they play by 9 p.m. tonight. In the Italian Serie A, we have Pisa against Bologna, Udinese against Fiorentina. Good morning to you. Yes, your name and location. All right, how would you go ahead? Go ahead, my friend. What club is that? Oh, well, Chelsea. Go ahead, my friend. Go ahead, express your sadness.
My sadness is that I have already taken too much break of Ateta against it. Not about Arsenal, but about Ateta. Because Arsenal was not good yesterday. I won't say that they were good yesterday.
Yeah.
That three of was created was just over there. That was what gave them the advantage.
Thank you very much. I need to let you go now. Thank you, my friend. All right. All right, thank you guys. We'll return later tonight by 7:30 p.m. on 94.5 Urban Radio. 9 a.m. this morning, Yagaze and Choma Wasamba will be here for the parliament. Before I leave, the amazing sport fact. Did you know that Lamine Yamal, at the age of 18 years, 230 days, is the youngest player to hit a first treble in La Liga this century? The youngest player to hit a hat-trick in the La Liga this season. That's Lamine Yamal. Thank you very much, guys, for joining on the show this morning. Urban Sport was proudly sponsored by Bet Niger. I am Banky O. Good morning to you.